Can you feel it, Falcons fans? That familiar knot in your stomach, that unsettling whisper that asks, what if the dream never fully materializes? What if the promise of a generational talent, the fourth overall pick, the player meant to redefine the tight end position, ultimately becomes a what if for the Atlanta Falcons? We've seen the flashes, the breathtaking athleticism, the moments that remind us why Kyle Pitts was once considered untouchable. But as the 2025 NFL season dawns, a different kind of buzz is circulating, a more ominous hum that suggests the clock might be ticking and the future of Pitts in Atlanta could be far more precarious than any of us imagined. Is it possible that one of the most exciting prospects in recent memory could be traded midseason, leaving a gaping hole and a lingering sense of unfulfilled potential? The NFL is a league of ruthless decisions, where sentiment often takes a backseat to performance and fiscal responsibility. For Kyle Pitts, the Atlanta Falcons' prodigious tight end, the 2025 season is shaping up to be a crucible, a make-or-break year that will determine not just his future with the franchise, but perhaps the trajectory of his entire career. He's entering the final year of his rookie contract, a substantial $10.878 million commitment that looms large over the team's cap space. This isn't just about a player. It's about a significant financial investment that, if not yielding commensurate returns, could force the Falcons' hand into a decision that would send shockwaves across the league. The whispers of a potential trade are growing louder, fueled by a potent mix of high expectations, inconsistent production, and the cold, hard realities of NFL business. Pitts arrived in Atlanta with a weight of expectation that few rookies ever experience. Drafted fourth overall in 2021, he was heralded as a unicorn, a tight end with the speed and receiving prowess of a wide receiver, destined to revolutionize the position. And for a glorious rookie season, he delivered, eclipsing the 1,000-yard receiving mark and offering a tantalizing glimpse of his immense talent. He was a matchup nightmare, a player who could stretch the field, dominate the middle, and make contested catches look routine. But since that electrifying debut, consistency has proven to be an elusive beast. Injuries have played their part, disrupting his rhythm and limiting his availability. But even when healthy, Pitts has struggled to consistently reproduce the breathtaking numbers that made him such a coveted prospect. This lack of sustained production, coupled with his hefty contract, has inevitably raised concerns within the Falcons organization about his long-term value and fit within their evolving offensive scheme. The stakes couldn't be higher for both Pitts and the Falcons. Analysts across the league are now openly speculating that if the Falcons stumble out of the gate, if their early season performance falls short of expectations, then the possibility of trading Pitts before the November 5th deadline becomes not just a rumor, but a very real, very urgent consideration. Teams have reportedly already expressed interest, recognizing the undeniable talent that still resides within the 24-year-old. However, the challenge for any potential suitor and for the Falcons lies in striking a delicate balance. How do you reconcile his substantial contract with the potential benefits of a trade? A midseason move is inherently complicated, especially for a player like Pitts who might need time to acclimate to a new system and, crucially, to a new quarterback. The Falcons have made significant investments in their offense, bringing in promising new talents and a new signal caller in Michael Penix Jr., all designed to create an environment where players like Pitts can truly thrive. Yet, if even this renewed offensive ecosystem fails to unlock Pitts' full potential, then the tough decisions facing the front office will only become more difficult to avoid. The ideal scenario, of course, would be for Pitts to elevate his game, to remind everyone of the player he can be, and in doing so, either solidify his place in Atlanta or, paradoxically, significantly increase his trade value should the team decide to move in a different direction. The drumbeat of speculation reached a crescendo with a recent analysis from NFL insider Dan Graziano for ESPN, which projected a midseason trade for Kyle Pitts. Graziano's insights are rarely off the mark, and his assessment paints a stark picture of the tight end's precarious position. Don't be surprised if tight end Kyle Pitts Sr. ends up being traded, Graziano stated, a pronouncement that sent ripples through the league. He elaborated on his reasoning, highlighting several critical factors. Pitts is indeed in the final year of his contract, playing on that $10.878 million fifth-year option, and crucially, the Falcons have made no discernible moves to extend him beyond this season. This silence speaks volumes, suggesting a lack of long-term commitment from the franchise. Graziano further pointed to Pitts' career statistics, which, while showing flashes of brilliance, don't quite align with the production expected of a fourth overall pick. An average of 49 receptions per season, and a total of just 10 touchdown passes across his 4 years in the league are not the numbers of a player who has consistently dominated. Compounding these concerns is his ongoing struggle to stay healthy, a factor that has undoubtedly impacted his ability to build momentum and establish a consistent rhythm. The recent injury to wide receiver Darnell Mooney early in training camp briefly sparked discussions about the Falcons potentially leaning into a too-tight end set, effectively utilizing Pitts as a de facto wide receiver. And while the Falcons might indeed experiment with this approach, Graziano's reporting suggests a deeper underlying sentiment. There are definitely signs that they don't see Pitts as a great option for what they are trying to do on offense. This is perhaps the most damning indictment, hinting at a philosophical disconnect between the player's skill set and the team's strategic vision. Mooney's absence has also inadvertently provided an opportunity for some of the younger wide receivers on the roster to showcase their capabilities. If one or more of these emerging talents prove to be reliable contributors by the trade deadline, it could further solidify the Falcons' willingness to part ways with Pitts, making his departure not just a possibility, but a strong probability. At just 24 years old, Kyle Pitts still possesses an abundance of talent and, more importantly, time to redirect the narrative surrounding his career. The physical gifts are undeniable. His size, speed, and catch radius are still among the best in the league. A change of scenery, a new system, or simply a renewed sense of purpose could unlock the player we all saw in his rookie season, and perhaps even more. However, the immediate future, particularly the upcoming weeks of the 2025 season, will be absolutely crucial. This period will serve as a critical determinant, revealing whether Pitts can capitalize on the opportunities presented to him, whether he can forge a strong connection with Michael Penix Jr., and ultimately, whether he can solidify his place in the Falcons' long-term plans. The situation in Atlanta is currently shrouded in uncertainty, a tense waiting game where every catch, every block, and every missed assignment will be scrutinized. The possibility of a trade looms large, a specter influenced by both his individual performance and the overall trajectory of the team. For Kyle Pitts, this isn't just another season, it's the most pivotal year of his young career, a period that will define his legacy and determine where he plays his football for years to come. So, what do you think, football fanatics? Will Kyle Pitts rediscover his rookie magic and silence the trade rumors? Or are we witnessing the final chapters of his time in Atlanta? Can a change of scenery truly unlock his full potential? Or is this a situation where the Falcons need to cut their losses? Share your predictions, your hopes, and your frustrations in the comments below. We want to hear from you. If this deep dive into the Falcons' tight end dilemma got your gears turning, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more exclusive insights, and join our community as we navigate the thrilling, unpredictable world of the NFL.